I'm sitting there like, man, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Ask Mathis. I'm your host, Reggie Mathis, and rocking with me is my brother Wildman Teddy T, a.k.a. Baron Theo Mound-builder.
We is in here. What's up? What's up?
Man, bro, you know, I ain't even get a chance to mourn the loss of the Natty, man, on Monday. Because I went right into a trial on Tuesday. So I'm just getting the impact, feeling the impact of this L, man. You know, but shout out to the Hurricanes, bro. They put on a valiant effort against grown men, you know, ages 23, 24, 25, average age of 23. You know, it's who they played. Guys who done transferred 2 and 3 times. You know, Mark Cuban, man, who was the financier of the Indiana team, he's an Indiana alum, is basically offering Mendoza $34 million to stay another year to try to run it back, saying that as the likely number 1 draft pick, that's how much money he would get. So Cuban is like, I pay you that to stay in school. So
he left. He already now say he's going to the NFL draft.
Yeah, man. But it's a lot of connections, man. A lot of Miami roots in that game, bro. Like, it was over 65 South Florida players in that game, bro. That's remarkable for South Florida football and its impact on the collegiate game. You know, the guy who, I think his name was Sharp, the guy who got the last interception to close the game, wanted to come to UM. And he was saying, you know, he had a chip on his shoulder because they ain't recruit him. Mendoza, you talking about Mendoza, dad played with Mario Cristobal, the head coach of UM, at Columbus High School here in South Florida. And Mendoza's mom was on the tennis team at UM. So, you know, they wanted him to come to UM. So, some people, you know, have been speculating that, you know, something happened between Cristobal and Mendoza's wife for them not to, you know, write that check for Mendoza. Instead, they wrote that check for Beck. Beck had an alright game, man. And like I said, UM, but they played. I got no complaints about UM, man. I hated to see that block punt for the touchdown, man, where the guys are back there. If y'all back there, you know, you got to drag somebody, you drag them. You know what I mean? You don't just flag them by. Like, no. Get him out the way. Like, Buddy just did a ole. And dude just easily blocked the punt, went in for the touchdown. That was the difference, man. And then the missed punt, the missed field goal. You know, UM.
And the interception right there at the end. Right there, the last draw.
Yeah, UM was there, man. UM was there. And I had, you know, concerns, man. I was like, man, these old men going to beat these young boys. I think the Tennessee Titans' average age was like 25.
Wow, that's crazy.
So you talking about a college team average age 23 and then a pro team average age 25, bro. So anyway, man, that's that. I'm undefeated in the NFL playoffs. You know, I done picked all the games right. All the teams that I wanted to win did not win, but like I said, when I say I'm undefeated, you know what I mean with the spread.
With the spread.
I'm undefeated with the spread. Like I wanted the Texans to pull it off in my heart, but I just felt like it was gonna be too much for him, and you know they got the brakes beat off. They got the brakes beat off.
What's his name? The quarterback. Stroud was terrible.
Yeah,
he just gave up. He did the James Harden. I call that.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Buddy gonna have to.
He gotta go.
Buddy, you know what? He's gonna have to. He needs somebody like Apollo Creed in his life from Rocky. He needs somebody that's going to take him out his comfort zone and take him, you know, into to the snowy mountain regions and get all that, you know, off him, bro. Because he just don't look like he can take a smack in the face. A smack in the face, he looked like he out of there.
Out of it.
Yeah.
He's done. He was sitting on the bench looking
out of there like I don't want to go back in there, bro. I don't want none of that. I don't want no more of that, man. So, there you go. And then, unfortunately, with the quarterback going down, you know, you're like, but that's what it is, man. They say everybody's hurt at this time in the NFL. It's just that you are injured. Like, there's a difference between hurt and injured.
Suck it up.
Everybody hurt. You just gotta
suck it up.
You gotta manage the pain.
Come get that shot.
Yeah,
get that shot.
You gotta manage the pain. So now this war of attrition, you know, comes down to the Final Four. What's your predictions?
I mean, you know, Denver losing their quarterback is big on Patriots. You know, I don't want to count Denver out, but I feel like the Patriots, they're on the roll. And Seattle and the Rams, man, I want to go Seattle. I think Seattle and Denver is the catch for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, you think Denver gonna win without their quarterback?
No, I said the Patriots. I'm sorry, yeah, I meant the Patriots in Seattle.
Patriots in Seattle. I agree. And I don't want Sean Payton to win anything, bro. I still don't like. Well, I don't like the way he did Russell Wilson. I don't like the way Payton did Russell Wilson. Does that just mean Payton is a really good coach and Russell just was really on the tail end of his career? Because that's what Payton
pretty much
like. Seemed like Payton is showing, bro. Because whoever he put in there after Wilson, they've just performed better. Like I'm gonna go ahead and get off that.
You know,
but remember Payton was in the scandal when he was in New Orleans. You know, the pay for play for the hits and taking people out and all that. So maybe there's a reason I'm not feeling Payton.
So you see your man, he landed over there at his offensive coordinator, Dolphins coach.
Yeah, McDaniels. Hey, I guess he's a decent coordinator. You know, some folks that's what they are. That's what they do. Come up with fancy stuff and do fancy things and do like new and innovative stuff, but leading men in the physical sport, first of all, I hate to say it, but he ain't looked the part. To be the head coach, he didn't look the part. Bro didn't look like he lifted one weight. Boy didn't look like he did anything to show his connection with football. Like, as a former football player, bro, like, whoever it is, you don't want somebody coming at you from a book perspective. You want somebody coming at you like
Ed Reed.
I played the game. Like, you know, Ed Reed walks and talks like I live this game. You know, McDaniel just like, he kind of like a science teacher.
Let me show you this play.
Yeah, right. It's like, you know, one of the Revenge of the Nerds, man, done designed some AI branded techno whatever thing, aerodynamic thing to come in. And then, you know, it's like, you see some of the movies, the comedy movies, where, you know, the jocks, they're like, hey, you know what? And we're gonna bring in something different, and they'll bring in like a ballet coach, and they'll have the guys like doing ballet, and it's the funny part of the movie as they're gearing up to change, like, you know, what they've been before or whatever. Like, McDaniel reminds me of like a gimmick. Somebody that you bought in to do that. Man, this guy is not a leader of men. When Tua started, he broke silence and he came out probably about after the Dolphins was like 1-5 or some horrible record they had, and basically was like, man, guys not coming to meetings, or when they come to meetings, they coming late, and it's basically no accountability by the coach. You know, he's like, hey, man, because these dudes probably looking at him like, man, you look like one of the dudes I used to put in lockers.
The water
one
boy.
of the guys the water boy.
He's the water
boy. Like, you like one of these dudes, and if you not, if you don't have your man with you, who the one that puts you down, like, it's hard to control all that testosterone when you look like you don't belong. And so when you're not succeeding, then the voice is going to get louder. Like, ain't nobody going to say nothing in the beginning, especially when you're winning. Wow. Oh, that's some bars. They just be coming, boy.
You know what I mean?
It just be coming. So, yeah, I think it's New England. New England, out of the teams that's best, I would have said New England, Seattle. I agree with you. Those are the two teams I think are going to be left. But I would give New England the edge because Seattle's running back is out. The running back, so they need that tandem. You know, I don't know who they had if they're going to step up or whatnot, but, you know, them not being at full strength, I think Denver, I think it's a wrap for them. So, your boy Trump, man, like, we could do this whole show and then some.
The realest.
About Trump, man. But I don't know, man. This guy, you know, telling people he gonna take Greenland, Iceland, Greenland, Iceland. They're like, you do realize, Mr. President, they not the same, right? You know, this Iceland is not it's not Greenland, right? You do not. It's like, well, it's the land of ice. That's what his spokesperson tried to come back and say. He never said Iceland. He said Greenland is full of ice. And then they show the tape. He's like, Greenland, Iceland. But, man, bro, like I said, he got some sycophants with him, man. Y'all know that word. Look that word up, sycophants. What we used to call, another word for sycophant is do-boy. How about that? Yes, man. You know, so y'all, just so y'all understand and know. So I'd be remiss if I didn't discuss this little trial that I was in, right? So I'm in a trial that's involving a confidential informant and sales of controlled substances and cocaine within 1,000 feet of a school, 1,000 feet of a public housing, and 1,000 feet of a church, right? So I'm gonna tell you how we beat all those charges, and that is the detective who they brought in. You know, I was, the thing is, Teddy, I was working on that. And I was trying it out with my homies at my, you know, afternoon spot. You know, I was going back and forth, just discussing some of the facts of the case. And I was just like, you know, how am I going to get this dude? How am I going to get him? Right? Because I know by the time we go to trial, he's going to get with the informant. And they're going to compare notes because the informant said this, he said that, or whatever. But we had a video. Of most of the stuff, and it was audio and video. So, it took me back to this federal trial that I had. A federal trial that I had that was similar, involving one of these guys. And so when the agent took the stand in that case back then, I asked the agent, you know, are you familiar with the expression work? He's like, oh yeah, 9 to 5, like, you know, like a 9 to 5. I said, no. Are you familiar with, you know, the expression work in this context of the world of narcotics and dope, and, you know, in the criminal world, like, is work have a different meaning to you? No, I'm only familiar with 9 to 5. So I'm like, so it is, you know, would you say that the bad guys are always trying to stay one step ahead you guys, right? He's like, yeah, and they use different lingo. It's like, yeah, and you know, it's your job to try to, you know, learn that language as much as possible. And the dude was like, yeah, of course, whatever. And I said, get a jury an example of like an expression that, you know, is out there on the street or whatever. So in this particular case, right, it was all about a sale. Now, my guy was a long-time drug user, and he knew the guy who ended up being the informant. Known him over 20 years, right? So the informant, his instruction was to go. They was trying to take down what's called the 400 gang. That's some guys that's, you know, they say responsible for murders and shootings in the South area. Perrine, Florida City, Goulds, Richmond Heights, Homestead. So they run that down there. So they basically tried to flood that region with informants to go in there and just make buys in hopes to arrest people, bring them back, and be like, hey, you facing all this time unless you can tell me about Boo Boo, Baby, and whoever, right? So Buddy goes in, and you know, we sitting there watching it. Like, we watching him go to this store and then go to that store. So he go to the first store, and nobody will sell to him. Then he goes to another store. Nobody messing with him. My guy is walking across the street, and then he like yells like, hey, Cuddy, you know, and they had like a family reunion, like in the middle of the road. And so, you know, he know what my dude do. Everybody know him, you know. Buddy ain't have a job in long time, and Buddy survived on the street, get it off the muscle. So in part of this video and this sound, you just talking, you know, how you might hear some Jamaicans talking where it's just like patois, you catching every other word. So I'm watching the jury like they having this conversation, and it's so Miami. It's so Miami, right? But it's so Miami hood that I know they not even catching what's going on. So I'm having to focus the jury on what I want them to hear. And what I want them to hear is, you know, man, I'm out here, I'm trying to get a jug. That's one of the things. I mean, I'm trying to get a jug. But more importantly, you know, throw me something. Right? So, Teddy, I'm going to ask you. I haven't pre-tried this case or nothing like that. Right? If I say, throw me something, what does that mean?
For free.
What do you say, Steph? If I said, man, just throw me something.
Give me some work.
That's your expression. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, on the tape, so our defense was there was never a sale. Mm-hmm. There was never a sale. Mm-hmm. That when he sees my guy who has no idea he's undercover, he like, man, what you doing around here? Boy, you don't be around here. You around my spot. You know what I mean? It's like me coming to Lauderhill. Mm-hmm. And you like, Matt, what you doing over here in Lauderhill? You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm over here trying to get me some fentanyl. But they won't give me none. None of your homies up here won't give me none. And you, Teddy T, you the mayor of Lauderhill. You been there longer than all of them. You done seen the neighborhood go. Mm-hmm. You like, man, what you want? You want some fentanyl? Man, I got some of that on me. And then you pull out your own personal stash, and then you give me some. You know what I mean? Just like, or let's say I'm looking for some weed. You pull out your stash and give me a nugget. Mm-hmm. You give me a bud from your spot, right, or whatnot. Right?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's essentially what our defense was, is that Buddy gave him what he had on him from his personal stash. Like, it wasn't individually wrapped in baggies for sale or whatever. It's your homeboy. This is what you're looking for, and that's what it is. And then Buddy says, well, I'm looking for heroin. I'm looking for Molly. I'm looking for crack, right? My man is like, well, I got the Molly on me. I got mine on me. So he pull it out and give him some. He give him some. And then he's like, well, what about the heroin or whatever? You know, they think I'm the police or something. That's what he talking. He's how he out there talking, man. They think I'm the police or something like that or whatever. And then Buddy like, man, come on. And he take him down the street to a crib, which I'm confident you would do the same thing for me. If I was there and I was looking for something that you didn't have and you knew where it was, that you would take me, you would walk me down the street to make sure ain't nothing happen to me. Like, hey, no, I know him. He good.
Right.
Like, go ahead and do what y'all do or whatnot. And that's basically what my man did. He walked him down the street. They went in the backyard and they still wouldn't give it to old boy because they ain't know old boy.
Right.
So they put it in my guy hands because they ain't know old boy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so then when they left, still like you can hear but you can't see. You never saw an exchange of money. You never saw anything like that. But you hear on the tape, when they talk about money or whatever for all that's going on, and Buddy just say, "Man, just throw me something." So man, just throw me something, right? So when I asked the detective, what does throw me something mean? He talking about pay for it. So what I argued to the jury, what I argued in closing argument to the jury, I said, if you go to McDonald's and you go to Publix, Chick-fil-A, any business, when you get to the cashier, I guarantee you that cashier is not going to say, throw me something. They're going to say it's $19.99. It's $27.24. It's whatever the price is the price is. They're not going to say, man, just throw me something. And this was not a sale. This was, so our argument is this was not a sale. So fortunately, the jury came back and they agreed with us that there were no sales going on, man. So
question, who was it? The undercover that said throw me something?
No, my guy said throw him, because the undercover asked him like, yo, how much, for all the stuff or whatever, and dude like, man, just throw me something.
Oh, okay.
Like, just throw me something. You know what I mean? So I'm like, ain't no sale. They trying to make Buddy, a homeless addict like he the, Tony Montana.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, and then, right, the detectives, they come in there, bro, and they bring in, like, a show of force, man. They come in, like, during the trial, like, they came in with the informant, and sat in and watched his testimony. And then in closing argument, like, 4 of them in there watching, including the lead detective, which was bad for them, because he just became one of my props. Because I just was looking at him saying, they had an operation that was going on for 6 months. They never arrested my guy until 4 months after this thing that happened. And I'm like, over $40? I'm like, over $40. And I looked at him, I said, over $40? Respectfully, Detective Parker, you don't remember this case. You a homicide detective. You trying to take down murderers and shooters. You ain't thinking about taking down Pookie over one heart and 3 Mollies. Mm-hmm. You ain't that. You don't remember this case. And I said, you know what, to the jury, I said, y'all recollection is the same as his recollection, because he didn't see anything, because he dropped the CI off, and which is on video, and I asked him, did you stay there? And he stayed in the same location till the CI finally came back. So in that, on video where he says the name and the date and what it is, but we didn't see him search the guy, and we didn't see him give him the money, right? So, and I came in there and said, we didn't see none of that, prove it, because they didn't have any of the money. They didn't have any of the marked money, none of the funds. And I was like, what do you think we're gonna have the money in the investigation for 6 months? Y'all done charged this man. So what? We gonna take y'all word for it? If we was to take y'all word for it, we already be in prison. We here in trial. We telling y'all we don't believe you. It didn't happen. Prove it. Prove it. Prove it. Where's the DNA? Where's the fingerprints? Where's anything to show that my guy gave him this? Because what they even show on the video of what my guy had, it looked like what he had was more of a powder form. You know? And what they had in court was rocks.
Oh yeah, so that's what original Molly's more powder than flakes.
You know, so but that's what I'm saying. Like what my guy had and what is captured looked more like powder. You know, but what they had in court was like rock form. So I'm like, man, bruh, like I'm not putting it past them. They just grabbed something from the evidence room and brought it in there, whatever, and think we just gonna be cool with it.
I mean, because when I was in Atlanta, you know, allegedly, you know, I did that, and it was powder form, MDA.
Yeah, and this wasn't even that. So it was a substitute called NN-D-haloplethylene.
Oh wow!
It's but it's a synthetic substitute for Molly.
Oh wow!
Is what it ended up being. So that they end up having to charge him with possession of a sale of a controlled substance versus the MDMA.
Right.
Which is what it was, and man, so. Shout out to them or whatever. You know, sometimes I have to do like James from Good Times and go get the pool stick when they came. You know, and the bills come due, you get laid off from the dock at the port, and the bills is due. In Florida, like, don't go, James. Remember they had the picture of the black Jesus. He grabbed the picture of the black Jesus at his pool stick. Yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back.
Took off.
So yeah, man. So back to regular order. I had to, go do that for a few days. You know what I'm saying? Just let y'all know, man. We don't just talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We be about it. You know, Teddy had to leave sometime. Teddy on tour. Teddy out there with these artists and, you know, getting them where they need to be, getting them right. You know, getting their interviews in and going and do these promo tours, man. How's that working out?
Oh, it's good. You know, I got this kid now, Stephen Hall. We just came back from doing Dimp Week with Plies. It was a good show, 3,000 strong Dimp. Everything was dope, but he used more. He used influencers. You know the big muscle bound guy that be knocking.
Yeah.
He was there.
The one that be dancing?
No, he's a muscle. He's about health. Big short muscle dude. I forgot his name.
Oh, I think I know you're talking. Not Cali Muscle.
Was it? Maybe.
Oh, how old is he?
I don't know. He's not old.
You talking about the dude that would just pull up on people out there
and knock their food out their hand.
Yeah.
And then the little girl, Miss Stephanie, she's a little 6-year-old girl. She do all the line dances and everything.
Oh wow.
This barber. It was like all influencers and everything was packed. The basketball game was packed. The anti-bullying at the Moon was packed. Yeah. Everything was nice. Dimp definitely.
Shout out DJ Dimp, man. Dimp and Tallahassee, man. You know, he really put his imprint, you know, on the city, man, and his influence is way beyond, you know, the city, man. Shout out DJ Dimp, man.
Plies, you know, like Tallahassee was one of Plies, you know, cities that really took off, and he went back to the first mixtape. He did songs from his very first mixtape, and they sing them songs word for word. And what he's been doing lately is he just did it in Orlando this weekend. He does these all white 40 and over parties.
Yeah, the 40 and over party. Yeah. Plies is highly intelligent.
Man.
Plies is highly intelligent, man. Salute to that man. So here's a Philadelphia, man. Your president step. Your president, bro, is going. This man is going and taking down all the relics, man. Like, you know, and I went all the way to Philadelphia and took down all the stuff that they had a display that showed like slavery in Philadelphia. and they had this this exhibition, man, and he look at this man about to cry. Can you turn up the volume?
It's a terrible day for our city. Today, people from the National Park Service came out and removed all of the signage and all of the interpretive materials from the President's House site at 6th and Market Streets. I am outraged. I'm bitterly disappointed. Philadelphia stood up strongly against this move last year in many ways with rallies, demonstrations, letters sent to the Secretary of the Interior saying that this is telling the full story of American history. Slavery was part of it. If we don't commemorate it, if we don't recognize it, we're disrespecting the people who had to go through that terrible time, and we fought a whole civil war over it. So it is part of our American history, and this was telling a piece of that in Philadelphia that was very important. It was there for 15 years. It was created after years of scholarship and research to make sure we got the story right. And today, in a matter of minutes, it was all ripped down and presumably put away in storage for, who knows.
Stuff that had what it looked like before they took the stuff down. But Teddy, what's the real purpose of that, bro? Like, do you really think it is an attempt to erase and eradicate our, the history? I'm not gonna say our history because you hipped me to that. All brothers were not slaves that are here, but I mean, it seems just cruel to me, man.
It's just to take that off of the white people's list, like take it off, because if that's off the list, there's still a bunch more, the lynchings.
So I mean, but it's like, but it's crazy because while you had that going on, right here on South Beach at Club Van Doom, you got what's his name, Chavez, Nick Fuentes, and all these influencers on South Beach. I'm like, South Beach is the most liberal place probably outside of San Francisco, maybe Wilton Manor. But I'm saying, as far as where you would think that song would not have any kind of traction, man, them guys are in our backyard, bro, like in there, like, Heil Hitler and all this other stuff that's going on, man. I'm like, but it's a Kanye song.
Right.
And that's one of those things that it's like, yo, Kanye, bro, you don't even understand how a person who really hates us loves when they can use one of us against us. So to be sitting there like a black man is made a song glorifying, glamorizing Adolf Hitler, bruh, is nuts. And so the white power neo-Nazis have adopted the song, which again, I'm like, that don't make sense, but it don't matter. It gotta make sense. It's like, we can like hip hop,
right?
We can like hip hop. We just like our own hip hop, or I don't even know what this thing is, because they claim that they don't hate all black people. They just we don't like the Jews,
right?
Or we don't like this. We don't, bro. This thing is so nuanced right now, bro. I guess that's the word. It's so nuanced. I don't even know what to say.
I mean, it's definitely Jews are at it's up. Jews are being attacked way more now than ever before. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say ever before,
I was ready to say.
I ain't gonna say ever before.
I was ready to say.
Like all these different things and all these different elements that's been going on in the last couple of murders and stuff have been Jews in Australia, at the school. You know what I'm saying? And I think because people see what people feel like Trump is backed by the Zionists. And so that's what they're fighting now. They're fighting that because they say that Israel is the capital of the United States, and the Zionists are backing Trump. And as long as he's doing the things that they want, they'll make sure that he don't come out in the Epstein case.
Because that stuff is on a drip. It's been so slow. It was supposed to be out in 30 days. I think we're like,
hey, what happened?
days.
They'll be like, what happened with Greenland? You ain't done that yet. I know. Oh, there's a picture of Trump. There's a picture of Trump. Okay, I'll do it. Damn it. Okay, I want Greenland.
Man.
Now you don't hear nothing no more.
I done threw a missile in Africa on y'all.
Right.
Look over there.
Right.
Look over there. Hey.
And then the thing now you see he got this new border
Council
peace.
Peace.
The border peace.
Border peace. With Russia at the table. That invaded Ukraine. Dog. They
I mean, because
invaded Ukraine.
Because really the border is set up for Gaza. How they going to rebuild?
Right, that was in there, and then
yeah.
right, how they going to rebuild it? So Putin is in there, and they talking about it's like a $5 million interest fee, but $1 billion if you want to be a permanent member.
Mm-hmm. And he said, I like the United Nations. I think they could be doing a little bit more, but they're going to help us. Bro.
Good, Teddy.
Yeah, that was pretty good. But they just looking at Buddy like, man, bro, you tripping, man. You tripping.
But he went over to Switzerland and told them all, this is
Davos, man. but see, oh man, I don't even.
But
know.
I heard this lady. She says from Greenland. She's like, we're not money hungry. You know what I'm saying? We don't. You can't just give us 100,000 a piece, and automatically we feel like the immigration ICE is gonna come after us because you can see we're not white. She was like, a color. She said we're colored. You know what I mean? She said we're not gonna give up free education. We're not gonna give up free health care. We feel good being underneath the European, but to me that's not correct. I don't think they should be under European
protection
in North America. I kind of like these things that Trump is doing for the future of America.
I mean, when you think about it, when you talk about Chinese sub has come in the waters under the Antarctic, as well as Russian, whatever. So when you're looking at it from a military standpoint, I agree with you, Teddy. I agree with you. I mean, to look at, the next frontier, like you're supposed to be forward thinking, forward looking. So in that part, man, I think it just so many things. Just the way he delivers, man, it's just like his delivery is so unorthodox.
Come on, what he? Cause why?
His delivery.
It don't get no blacker than that.
His delivery is just so unorthodox that it's just, man, you guys know what I mean. Like, get out of here with that. You shut up. It's like Iceland, Greenland, whatever the land is. We're gonna take it. We're gonna take it. It's ours.
So did you see the other day from Trump? He done took about 4 oil tankers, and now the coin went up, like it went up a lot. I guess he got an oil coin now, and the coin like shot up like crazy. I said, look at all that oil he's got.
But speaking of what shot out is the stock market tanked. When he's like looked like he was. I'm going over to Davos, so I'm really gonna show y'all what time it is. But his plane had some electrical failure. Come back. Then roll over there, man. And so you send these folks to Minnesota. The family just released the autopsy in Minnesota of Renee Good, bro. And man, I was wondering why they were showing the videos early on of the doctor being denied access to her. The autopsy just revealed that she still had a running pulse for 8 minutes, well within the time that the doctor had identified himself and asked to help, and it was like, no,
that's right.
And let her bleed out.
Yep.
People are not gonna feel that. People are not gonna like that. And then, she didn't have to die. And the explanations, like a couple hours while the lady's still on the scene, for Kristi Noem to come out there and blame her, call her a domestic terrorist or whatever, when the lady's just out there, protesting. She wasn't fully blocking the road. Folks was going around.
And she wasn't trying to run over
They was doing
the
whatever. And then, she was like trying to get directions because some of them was going around. You know what I mean? But it was her partner who the one that really should. I ain't gonna say nobody should have got shot, but if anybody was gonna be targeted, it should have been her, because she was the one that was really, in the face of the ICE officers or whatever, talking about you in the back, like have a good day, buddy, and all this other stuff that she was like in there, like you can't do nothing to me, type how she was acting, while Renee Good is like in the car. And I done been in situations like that, so I know how it go, bro. I remember with my homeboy, and I, promised my wife probably 20 years ago I would not ride with him anymore.
There you go.
I said I can't. I said, us my homie, I can't ride with him. If we go somewhere together, I must drive. Cannot ride with him, cause he drives like a maniac, like a straight maniac. He drives with his foot on the gas and the brake and the horn. 2 feet. He just in and out, bum bum bum. So we're in this. Is me and my man Reggie, rest in peace, passed away. Reggie in the front seat. My man is driving. I'm in the back seat. I have the least amount of control of anyone in this scenario. So we're in the car. My man doing this thing. He done cut somebody off in traffic, or he done did something. So now we in full road rage mode, where the person that he done cut off, now they pursuing us. So Buddy is hitting him with the boom, hit on brakes to make the people to stop real sudden. Right. That's behind us. So, I mean, he like, you see the car like braking so like you see them, they car. I'm in the back seat. Right. And I just, so I'm like, he driving, but I'm watching in real time, like they reaction, and Buddy getting madder and madder and madder. So I'm just in the back. I'm watching this unfold. I'm like, man, how is this going to end? So finally, the guy from the back, he cuts us off right around Prima Pasta. We on 79th Street. We were going off the causeway and headed almost to the beach. And Prima Pasta's like right there.
Like he was following y'all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, cause Buddy, he was trying to get up. So 3 black men in an SUV, for somebody to be pursuing 3 black men in an SUV,
he was ready.
You gotta feel that this person is strapped to the max. He cuts us off. Like he turns around, cuts us off, forces us to stop. So I'm just like, if it's time, if it's time, it's time. If it's my time, it's my time. But to his credit, or maybe his detriment, Buddy get out naked. And when he get out naked, my man, that's all he does is box. That's his favorite thing to do. So he cut him off, and he came, and my man get out the car. He get out the car, and they meet in the front of the vehicle, and he like just go straight for the swing. To his credit, I'm like, Buddy got heart. My man gave him a 3-piece, pop, 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 and he just knocked him out right there. Pop, pop, pop. I'm still sitting in the back, bro, chilling, minding my own business. The lady gets out and comes up to the back seat door and just starts screaming at me. I'm just sitting there looking at the lady like, ma'am, I'm not driving. Person that's was driving is the one that just knocked your husband out. Go talk to him. I had nothing to do with this. And she just sitting there. I said, ma'am, just go talk to him. Go. She said, it's a baby. We got a baby. I said, y'all got a baby in the back. Why is this man approaching an SUV with 3 black men? Because I would say 5 out of 10, 3 black men at this time, somebody would have been strapped, and y'all run up on us like that, y'all would have got the business.
That's it.
So sometimes you gotta let it go. Sometimes you gotta let it go, bro.
You see Uncle Luke and Asante Samuels going at it.
Over who?
A coach. Luke said something.
Kevin Beard.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I saw him say today. So thank you. So provide the context, because I saw Uncle Luke say today, Kevin Beard. This first time I mention your name specifically or whatever, but he's like he had a player, and that the player told Uncle Luke that the guy was like going off on him, and then end up saying that's why I don't like recruiting nobody from Edison. And Luke said that's why he got, super upset and did what he did. So provide the rest of the context.
Well, Asante, I don't know what his relationship with Asante, but Asante say the man's just doing his job. You needed to shut up and keep rapping. Is what he said to Luke.
Oh, yeah. Well, so Luke is the coach. You know what I'm saying? He's the coach for Edison. Right. So, folks is recruiting his players. And yeah, you're going to take it personal when, especially when you're dealing with the high school version of the portal, where you see, like, next year, Cal City going to have everybody. It's going to be an all-star team. It's going to be an FYFL all-star team is what Cal City High is going to be next year. Lil Lee is coming to run the ball from Chaminade. He was at St. Thomas the year before that.
He done made his runs around.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So this the version of the portal.
Yeah, they got the 5-star from Northwestern.
Yeah, so they all Cal City. That's what's going on. So you, Luke, are you sitting there looking at what's going on at Cal City? Maybe that's why he didn't show up Monday. When he didn't show up when we all got honored. You know what I mean? Like maybe he was in his feelings. Yeah. I don't know, but it was a beautiful event. It was a beautiful event, but he got to feel a kind of way being at Edison, which is a historically Haitian dominated school. To I'm sure they probably win all the soccer for the inner city schools. But when it comes to
it used to be
football,
a girls basketball powerhouse for a long time.
Edison? Yeah. Wow. See, I didn't know that. Basketball. I didn't know that. So, he got to be super in his feelings because people want to win. People want to win, and he's sitting there watching what Cal City doing, and then, St. Thomas, what they always going to do, and what these other schools are going to do, like they're going to pay to have, good squads. So for all the other stuff where you just doing your regular recruit, yeah, he going to take it personal. So right now, and I love Asante Samuel, I got to go with Luke as far as if in fact, Buddy said that and was like, that's why I don't like recruiting from Edison or whatever, and all the stuff that he was talking about, shame on him. Shame on him.
Asante and Kevin Beard both played Broward football in the late 90s.
Got you.
That's what I knew was a connection. I knew that had to be a connection somehow.
Yeah, that's and then who can be mad you looking out for your homeboys? So that's cool. We go with that. So Nicki Minaj, man, she just paid them 500 beans to avoid a forced sale of that $20 million mansion. Following the lawsuit that security guard had filed a while ago that she defaulted on, and they've been trying to collect this bread. Her husband supposedly beat the security guard up and whatnot, and they got the judgment, and so she just paid it because it was going to hit her at the court. It was going to sell. So she went on and paid that bread, which is, she had been getting, over $1 million a show for a while. Yeah, so I'm like, why wouldn't she have knocked that out before it got to this point? And, man, I just want to give a shout out to Meg Thee Stallion, man. She is not my favorite, but, I'm loving the relationship she, seeming to have with Clay, man. And those are goals. Those are goals, bruh. And what I mean by that is when you older and you have you know, a lady that, you know, like Kodak said, a little baby will listen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then at the same time, you know, give you some like fun action, you know, fun stuff.
Right.
So they going around and it's like Clay is acting like the old man,
Mm-hmm.
and she's acting
Role
like
playing.
yeah. It's like they role playing.
So
and I'm feeling it.
And Gorilla follows Megan, because Gorilla's is marrying Ingrams in
Wow.
Detroit.
They getting married.
They getting married.
Wow.
You know
Well,
what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's good for them to get them NBA players. They locked in, especially marriage.
yeah, yeah.
know.
You ain't gonna hear from him because you know when Grant Hill got Tamia, that was, you know, her career basically was.
She was
He
done.
let her sing a few national
Mhm.
anthems
That was
because
it.
you know she had lock on the Canadian national anthem. There ain't that many Canadian
You know what I'm saying?
singers out there, so it's like, hey, you know what? You got a gig at every All-Star game,
Mm-hmm.
and if it, you know, you always got that. But I guess that bug was like, you know, she still wanted to do it, and she showed that she could.
Mm-hmm.
And her song surprised me, but was very popular on college campuses.
Mhm.
You know, that little line dance. They do that line dance to her song. You know the
Yeah.
song?
I can't get enough of you.
Yeah, da 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 da
Man, they-
da 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 da. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
The line
Yeah.
dance stuff is crazy now in South Carolina, Nashville. They got "Sticking and Rolling" is a line dance song now, Piccolo song, and Young Gordon, "Let Me Hit My Walk" is a line dance song now.
Okay, so we've been talking about Michael Irvin for a while, man.
Fake
Talking about
cocaine.
he on that yayo. So y'all see what Mike has to say about whether or not he on that yayo.
Go on with Mike.
Right. Now, I'm right there in front of the camera for 5 hours. So after the game, I do a little belt thing, and everybody sends me all the stuff. Man, Mike, right now he coked out. Right now he on no coke. I'm like, wait a minute, y'all. Wait. First of all, y'all know damn well coke don't last 5 hours.
That's right. That's right.
Y'all know damn well coke don't last 5 hours. And I hadn't partaken in 20 years. But if you got some 5-hour stuff, let me know. That's just what I'm saying, man. Like, stop it. Like, stop saying this stuff. You know what I mean? You've been looking at me for the last 5 hours. There's no way I can do something on this sideline. But they're not doing it out of reality. They're doing it to get to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The reality, and nothing I want to say. You know what? When I used to get high, that's exactly what I would say. No matter who I saw. Oh, he high too. Because you high. That's the way you want everybody to be high because you high. You see what I'm saying? Where's my camera? Whenever you sitting your ass at home high, you want to think everybody else is high because your ass is high. I understand that. But the reality is, everybody ain't high. You need, he need to stop doing it. No, you need to put this shit down and stop doing it.
Did you see my man from Orlando do the SNL skit of Mike?
Yeah,
That was so funny. I did a comedy show, Jacksonville versus Orlando, and he won. He won a couple years ago, and then now he's over there. His mother, his family, everybody was out there.
that's cool. That's cool, man. What else we got, man? Oh, this lady right here, bro. She arrested after taking her son on a drill to shoot at a woman she just fought that she had issues with over a deceased man they both used to date.
That's it.
Man can't do nothing for either one of y'all no more.
Mm-mm.
And now you like, hey,
Both of y'all lied.
guess you ain't never been in love like she been in love, man. You ain't never felt what she
A
felt.
deceased man they have.
Man, look at that. Well, this buddy is like, hear me. What else we got, bro? What else we got? We can get, what we got, 2-3 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what else we got? Oh, man. So they saying that, you know, this is the best revenge. That Caleb Williams beat the Packers, so Josh Jacobs stole his girl.
Oh man.
Hey, I wish we had that your boy Chaotic song right now. These girls for everybody. These girls for everybody.
That's it.
Yeah, man. They for everybody. And shout out to them, man. And ain't no black coaches left, ain't no black quarterbacks left. So we just gonna be fans of the game. Fans of the game, man. So they talking about Tyreek Hill's lady after the judge denied her request to increase child support. Was like, basically, you done blew through $800,000. You done bought a this for my boys on lockdown. Yeah, thank you. I got this specifically for my boys in lockdown, man. Watching us Sunday 11 a.m. on Video Mix. You know what I mean? Goes, Teddy. How these goes? How these goes? How these goes? How these goes, Teddy?
Get him out there, boy. He's stunned.
How these goes?
Stunned for the gram, baby. Stunned for the gram.
How these goes?
Grandpa look good.
How these goes?
See him?
How these goes? Oh no. Oh man.
He came out
Oh
ready,
man.
boy.
Them is super goals.
Ready for him to trick.
Super goals. Super goals, man. Alright, y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in to Ask Mathis, man. You know. Teddy T, Step, man. Everything cool with you, man. You got that check from the government, or it's still coming?
I don't know, man. I don't think I got a check on that.
Oh man,
Oh, no.
he lied to you too. He lied to you too, Steph.
I got a check
You
on
know we
that.
gotta check every month. We gotta check every month.
Okay.
Cause some people said the man just be lying, but I don't. You know, I'm asking. I don't.
Y'all know he the realest ninja ever.
Oh, man.
He done stole the real ninja president
I don't
book.
like them talking about the man say he be pooping himself, man. I don't like that.
Hey, he's old now.
They
Something
talking
goes.
about nobody want to be around him because he smells.
Yeah.
He smells. So he be doing the wet ones too. The wet.
Oh, whoops.
So he be sharding everywhere. Man. So he just fucking. I'll be right back, Steph.
He said, "Whoops."
I'm sitting there like, man, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it.